Chugga, 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 chugga. Back on my bullshit! Hey everyone, it's Gage Agnew. I don't know who else you expected from the Gage Agnew channel, except for me, Gage Agnew. First off, I want to thank you, the viewer, for coming to this channel.
Thank you.
The last Mildly Familiar, typically they don't do incredible. They get into double digits, sometimes even triple digits. But this one got into 4-digit territory. So that's pretty swell, and I want to thank Mr. Jeff Holiday for that. Thank you, Jeff Holiday. We just met one day, and he was cool. So, yeah, you're in my channel now. Sorry about that. It's another one of my rant videos. So if it's not cohesive, if it's not, understandable, if it's not, listenable, it's not my fault. It's just a rant. I know you guys are, ooh, he is exciting in the black curtain. Today I want to talk to you about what I like to call the Netflix effect, or the Netflix. I tried to combine those two words. It did not work out well. So now I'm just going to call it the Netflix effect. So the Netflix effect, what is it? Well, two programs I want to talk about in particular, Cobra Kai and Community. Now, these two shows were really well received when they first premiered, but they didn't really get as popular as they are now before they went on Netflix. Cobra Kai was on YouTube Red, if you remember that. What you got on YouTube Red for me? It's called YouTube Premium now because Red implies something else, if you know what I mean. Know what I'm saying. And Community aired on NBC/Yahoo Screen. Anyone remember Yahoo Screen? I do. Who remembers Yahoo? I started seeing a lot more people talk about Cobra Kai and Community when they came on Netflix. And it was interesting to me because I put on my hipster glasses for a second here. I watched those when they first came out, and I tried to recommend them to people, but they're like, oh, I'm not paying for YouTube. Oh, I'm not going to Yahoo again. Yahoo! And yeah, it was understandable. I get it. You don't want to pay for YouTube. You don't want to give Yahoo any more revenue because now everyone is talking about Cobra Kai, and everyone's talking about Community. Where were you a decade ago when I was talking about Community? Where were you 2 years ago when I was talking about Cobra Kai? Probably living life to the fullest and having a very fulfilling life. Oh. So everyone is talking about Cobra Kai. They're even talking about like making the Community movie on Netflix, which is like, well, I didn't know that this day would come if they would make a Community movie. I don't know. Will they make it? I don't know, but Netflix might make it, and they passed on it when they got canceled by NBC initially. So it's a funny thing. Funny world we live in. We live in a funny world with funny people with funny noses. Why did I go straight for the nose? Because that's all I can see on my camera screen. My little, I guess it's accentuated by this horrible mustache that I've been growing. If you want me to shave my mustache, comment and like and subscribe down below. Otherwise, I will continue to wear this horrible thing on my face. But keep in mind that the Netflix effect isn't just on Netflix anymore. I think it was with Hamilton on Disney+. I think it was also with sort of the DC Universe shows when they hopped on to HBO Max. A strange exclusion from the Netflix effect to me is Hulu. I think it's just because of its crap interface. It's not very good at recommending you other things, and my proof for that is that Community was on there maybe a year or two, maybe even more, before it was on Netflix, and no one was talking about Community, but as soon as it went on Netflix, everyone was like, oh, I love Troy Barnes and Abed Nadir. Yeah, I know how to be funny on YouTube. You just move your shoulders like this. Like and subscribe for more shoulders. So is there a point to this video? No, it's the Black Curtain Saga. If you're paying attention, the Black Curtain Saga doesn't really have any cohesive wavelength to it. It's just me, just kind of free-forming, kind of chatting, just spitting, just talking in the heart. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's interesting in this post-cable world where you have to go out of your way to watch a network show. Like, I remember when Good Place was on, people are like, oh, well, just watch it on Hulu. No one was like, oh, catch it on NBC at 7 Central. No, don't do, no. Give Hulu your money, not NBC. Or I guess Peacock now. they have their own thing called Peacock. By the way, Peacock kind of makes me agitated too, because they're like, oh, it's free. But there's different tiers to it, and you have to unlock different content through different tiers, and there's horrible commercials on there. I hate commercials. I think that's why Hulu isn't doing as well as Netflix, because they still like their commercials, and I don't think commercials are very good for a streaming service, because you're already paying for a streaming service. Why do you also have to see commercials?
If you haven't already, click the link down below to sign up for Gage Agnew's Patreon today!
I know there's a Hulu option to pay for not commercial, but that's like $16 a month or something. Jimmy, put that on the screen. Yeah, that's way too much. That's way too much as opposed to like whatever I'm paying now for Hulu. It's baloney. Also, I think it's important to point out that streaming is going the way of cable. You got HBO Max being owned by Warner Brothers. You got Peacock being owned by Universal. Everything's sort of under the new umbrella. And they're going to have different paywalls for everything. They already got Mulan for $30. It's going to be out December 4th, guys. Hold off on Mulan. You can, or just don't watch it. It doesn't look like a very good movie. It doesn't have Mushu in it. So in conclusion, I think the Netflix effect is something interesting and unique. I would love to see more of this Netflix effect happen to other like canceled shows. Bring back Venture Brothers, though. Venture Brothers was recently canceled, and just put all the old episodes on Netflix, and people will watch them, and they will love it, and Netflix will be maybe a little convinced to make an 8th season, you know? I would like that. Netflix, why don't you make an 8th season for Venture Brothers? Anyways, thank you so much for watching me. Like and subscribe, I guess, if you like this video. It was horribly unstructured. You can also, I also have a Patreon. I do podcast interviews and video essays as well as just rambling out of camera. I swear I do more than this, and I swear I do it better. Will I have merch? Probably never. But I'm trying to take YouTube a little more seriously. We'll see what happens. I'll put in some funny gags and voices. Oh my god. I hope editing can save this, because I'm not saving it by any means.